There is a moment in many relationships that feels like a quiet turning point. It's not an argument or a grand gesture. It's the moment when one person says, "I love you," and the other person pauses. They might smile. They might say, "You're so important to me." Or maybe just a simple, "Thank you," but they don't say it back. Today, we are exploring the complex inner world of the person who holds those 3 words back. This isn't about someone who is cruel or unfeeling, or who is secretly planning their exit. Often, it's the opposite. For the person who never says, "I love you," the words carry such immense weight that they feel impossible to lift. We're going to unpack the deep-seated psychological reasons behind this silence. From attachment blueprints formed in childhood to a profound fear of vulnerability. This is the hidden psychology of what someone is really thinking when they can't say, "I love you." The first and most significant reason often lies in our attachment style. Developed in early childhood, our attachment style is our internal blueprint for how we relate to others in intimate relationships. For many who struggle to say, "I love you," they are operating from a dismissive-avoidant attachment style. Here's how it forms. As a child, when they reached out for comfort or emotional connection, their caregivers may have been consistently unavailable, unresponsive, or discouraging of emotional expression. They weren't necessarily unloving. They may have provided for all the child's physical needs, but they were emotionally distant. The child learns a powerful, subconscious lesson. My emotional needs will not be met, and seeking connection leads to disappointment. Independence is survival. As an adult, this person becomes a master of self-reliance. They are often successful, independent, and appear very strong. But intimacy feels threatening. Saying, "I love you," is the ultimate act of interdependence. It's an admission that you need someone, that you are emotionally connected to them. For the avoidant individual, this feels profoundly unsafe. Their silence isn't a rejection of their partner. It's a deeply ingrained defense mechanism to protect themselves from the perceived threat of dependency and the potential pain of disappointment they learned to expect as a child. In their mind, verbalizing love creates a bond that could break, so it's safer not to create it with words at all. The second reason is a matter of definition. For some, "I love you" is not a statement of present feeling. It's a binding contract for the future. It's not, "I feel love for you right now." It's, "I promise to love you forever, to never hurt you, and to always be here." This mindset is common in people with perfectionistic tendencies or all-or-nothing thinking. They feel that if they can't guarantee a flawless, eternal execution of what love should be, then saying the words would be a lie. They are so terrified of eventually breaking the promise of those words that they can't bring themselves to make it in the first place. This person might show their love in countless other ways. They might be incredibly reliable, supportive, and dedicated. They perform acts of service, spend quality time, and are fiercely loyal. But the verbal declaration feels like a legal document they aren't qualified to sign. They aren't thinking, "I don't love this person." They are thinking, "I don't know if I can love this person perfectly and forever," and to say it without that certainty would be dishonest. Their silence is a strange, misguided form of integrity. Let's be clear. Saying, "I love you" is terrifying. It is perhaps one of the most vulnerable statements a human can make. You are exposing your heart and handing someone the power to either cherish it or crush it. For individuals with a deep-seated fear of vulnerability, this is the emotional equivalent of standing on a cliff's edge. This fear can come from many places: past romantic betrayals, friendships that ended badly, or a family environment where expressing any soft emotion was met with ridicule or dismissal. When they open their mouth to say it, their brain's threat detection system, the amygdala, can go into overdrive. It screams, "Danger! You are exposing yourself to get hurt. Don't do it." They are thinking about the echo, the deafening silence that might follow if the words aren't returned. The possibility that once they admit their feelings, the power dynamic in the relationship will shift, leaving them in the weaker position. They may love someone dearly, but their fear of the potential pain of that love being rejected or lost is even greater. The silence isn't an absence of love. It's an overwhelming presence of fear. Another powerful reason is rooted in family culture. In many families, Love is simply not a spoken concept. It is demonstrated, not declared. Think of the parent who never said, "I love you," but showed up to every single one of your baseball games. Or the grandparent who expressed affection by making you your favorite meal or slipping you a $20 bill. In these family systems, love is a verb, a doing word. It's about providing, protecting, and showing up. A person from this background may not have the script for verbal affection. Saying "I love you" can feel foreign, awkward, or even performative and inauthentic. To them, the words can feel cheap compared to the tangible acts of service they grew up recognizing as true love. When their partner says, "I love you," they may be thinking, "Why do you need to hear that? Don't you see it? I fixed your car. I listened to you talk about your work for hours. I chose to spend my entire weekend with you. Isn't that enough?" They aren't withholding the words to be difficult. They genuinely believe they are screaming their love through their actions, and they can be confused or even frustrated when their partner can't seem to hear it. Finally, we have to address the most painful reason. For some people, the phrase "I love you" is directly linked to trauma. In abusive or manipulative relationships, "I love you" is often used as a tool of control. It can be the phrase spoken right after an act of violence as a way to confuse and trap the victim, a phenomenon known as trauma bonding. It can be the phrase a manipulative parent used to demand compliance or guilt a child into submission. When this is your history, the words "I love you" are not a comfort. They are a warning sign. The phrase becomes a trigger that activates a fight or flight response. Hearing it, or even thinking about saying it, can bring back flashes of fear, pain, and betrayal. This person's silence is a form of self-protection. Their brain has wired those words to mean danger is coming. They may be in a perfectly safe and loving relationship now, but their nervous system hasn't gotten the memo. Saying or hearing the phrase feels like inviting the past trauma back into the present moment. It is a profound and complex emotional injury that often requires therapy to heal. Understanding the silence behind "I love you" reveals that it's rarely about a simple lack of feeling. It's about fear, it's about programming, and it's about a personal history that has made those words feel unsafe or untrue. If you are in a relationship with someone who struggles with this, look for the other ways they show love. Their love language might not be words of affirmation, but acts of service, quality time, or physical touch. Understanding their blueprint can transform your frustration into compassion. And if you are the person who holds these words back, know that your wiring is not a character flaw. It's a map of your journey. Self-awareness is the first step. Recognizing why the words feel so heavy is the beginning of deciding whether you want to learn a new language for yourself and for the people you do, in fact, love. What are your thoughts on this? Have you ever been in this situation on either side? Let's discuss it with empathy in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Take care of your mind.